Comm check.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear also. Comm check. Can you hear us in the back, Anders?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I've got you now. Yep.
Alright.
Flight engine instruments. Let's see. Engine instruments are in the green except the vacuum gauge. Well, because of the low power. We have indicating 0. And we want 8 this before we start with this as well. So which ETS frequency do we have here? Is it 13202 or?
Initial contact, you have Kilo. Ramona Tower information, Kilo. Time 2353 Zulu. Wind 070 at 10. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 14. Dew point -3. Altimeter 3015. Visual approach is in use. Landing and departing runway 9er. Caution, bird activity in the vicinity of the airport. Advise on initial contact, you have Kilo.
Cessna 4830 Sierra Papa.
There we go. So flight instruments, so we have indicating 0, wing stable. 3015, 3015, cross-shake, wing stable, ball center, no warning flags. Let's see about heading indicator.
Roger, number 4
towards
runway
the
9er, clear
east.
touching, go 170 Toka.
Out there, it's good, and we are departing runway 9er, want to fix just a bit. There we go. And via site 0.
Cessna 02 Echo, discontinue down, I'll call your base shortly, the other guy hasn't turned yet.
Transponder is on altitude.
Turn base now, please.
Turn base 483 Sierra Papa.
Oh,
Cessna 02 Echo, you can turn base now, and then your traffic will be off your right, base turn to final.
Turn to base now, 170 Toka, we have the traffic in sight.
Cessna 02 Echo, roger.
altitude on 1200.
Cessna 6 Hotel Alpha,
checklist
contact
complete.
SoCal approach on 127.3.
So,
I'm sorry, disregard.
taxi light goes on, clear right, clear center, clear left. Brake check,
Back controls.
for controls.
Back controls. Clear left. Clear right. Okay, my brake good.
Yep.
Go controls.
By
Go
controls.
controls.
And are we taxiing to that holding point there?
Yeah, you're just gonna give yourself enough room in front of you to let people in and out.
Yeah. So, are we going to stop before the...
Yeah, just stop before the line.
Yeah.
Tower, good afternoon.
I'll stop right there.
76 Victor is inbound on the
1000 RPM.
Cherokee 5676 Victor, Ramona Tower, roger, report, get your call.
And we can expect runway 9. I don't have the chart for this airport, but
yeah. You're gonna request runway 9er for left traffic. Make sure you're on ground frequency.
Cherokee 76
Yeah,
Victor,
so
I'll advise
it's
that
ground
get your call right now, the
119
pattern's kind of full.
Okay, 76 Victor.
yeah, so ETC on 12165, so we're ground. And we
No, we're
are...
not. Look at the frequency, look at the box.
Oh, without... Oh, okay,
Bravo, Ramona Tower, then.
12165, okay.
There you go.
I thought that said contact ATC on 12165. Okay.
It does. This is 12165. You need to swap it over, right? We had it on standby. Now we're on ground.
Oh, okay, okay. Got it. And we are at transient parking, right?
Yep.
So, Cessna 431 Foxtrot Romeo, transient parking. Request taxi, runway 9er.
For left traffic with kilo.
Oh, left traffic with kilo.
Yep. Sorry, right traffic with kilo. Right traffic.
Right traffic with kilo. So we don't. So we.
You tell them that what kind of departure or traffic pattern you want here at the transient parking, because that's what Ramona asked you to do.
Oh, okay. And you also put the taxi in the same clearance, right?
You're just advising them what you want while you request your taxi.
Okay. Ramona ground, Cessna 431 Foxtrot Romeo at transient with information kilo request taxi runway 09er with a right downwind departure. Right traffic.
Right traffic.
Oh,
now
right.
I'm gonna correct it.
Cessna 431 Foxtrot Romeo, Ramona ground, runway 9er, taxi via Alpha 5.
I've got it.
Runway 9er via Alpha 5, and we're actually going to be right traffic, 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Okay.
Yeah, Alpha and Alpha 5.
So it's a right turn on Alpha down to Alpha 5.
Oh, okay.
Does he need to approve it again?
He doesn't need to approve it. Tower just needs to approve it. That's just a courtesy, letting them know what we plan on doing.
Clear right, clear center, clear left.
They don't require it at Gillespie, but it's pretty common that you would tell them where you're planning on going on the taxi. At any other airport, I would advise doing it.
Gotcha.
But because we're at Gillespie so often, they don't require it, we don't bother doing it. Wind is 070.
So it's coming from right?
Coming from the left.
From the left.
And it's the 070 is over here. And it's a tailwind, so we push away.
Oh, okay. Here's Alpha 2. Is Alpha 5 on the end of the taxiway?
Yeah, all the way down to the end.
Yep. So we're doing touch and goes here as well, right?
Yeah, we'll do right traffic if it's practice here at
Yeah.
Ramona before we head back. Quite quiet here. By the time we get home, it'll be quiet at Gillespie too.
Yep. Feel that?
Feel what?
Feels pretty rough or something. Maybe it's the
engine or the wheels?
I think it's the wheels.
Yeah, the wheels are a piece of crap, so I wouldn't worry about it.
I can feel that.
There's no run-up area, but you're just going to turn it around to face final, like so.
Yep.
This is a good heading to hold. Just keep going towards the line.
Yep.
Like holding short of 27 left. We're just going to do our run-up here.
Yep.
That's good.
1000 RPM. And taxi light goes off. And this is the tower frequency, right?
No, we're on the ground frequency, so
Okay,
we need to switch to tower.
That's the confusing thing here.
So does 02 Echo follow that Cherokee?
Let's see, before takeoff, parking brakes at my feet, cabin, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Turn out approved.
I'm ready.
Follow the Cherokee,
Runway
clear for
three.
touch and go, runway 9er, and then a left turn out to the north approved, 170 Echo.
Set for takeoff. Flight controls. We're good. Flight instruments, so indicating 0, wings level, 3015, cross checked. Wings level, ball center, no warning flags. We have a south indication. Seems like it should be more like this. And let's see.
So check it again.
The sun is so bad. So it's in between 21 and the south.
No, it's reading 200 is what it's reading.
Oh, okay. So it should be like this, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And VSI at 0. Fuel quantity, we have about
Cessna
31
956
gallons,
Papa, freak
which is
exchange
good.
approved, good day.
Fuel slate valve in the both. Mixture goes to rich. Throttle 1800 RPM. And magnetos, let's see. Small drop of 50. And the left one had a very small drop as well. Yep. Vacuum gauge seems better. It is in the green. Engine instruments on a meter, so engine instruments are in the green and a meter indicating 0. I don't see the panel, no lights. Throttle, back to idle. And it's able, 1000 RPM.
Cessna 3 Sierra Papa, number 2, follow the Cessna on the half-mile final, runway 9, clear touch and go.
Number 2, runway 9, clear touch and go, 43 Sierra Papa.
About there. Your lights, beacon is on as required. Radius and avionics, so we want to stay in the pattern here. And then we want to fly to Gillespie, right? So
yep.
We turn on to the 80s with this, which is 1 to... what is it now again?
It'll be on your diagram.
Oh yeah, but it's 1 to 5, right? 7, no. Yeah, I'll just check the diagram.
You can just check that diagram here, literally.
Oh, that
the diagram.
Yeah.
So you folded it, unfortunately, but
yeah.
On the top corner, has all your frequencies. Yeah.
1 to 5, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. So
Cherokee 76 Victor, squawk via far.
That's it.
So set that on ATIS.
1, 2, 5, 4, 5. Here we go.
We can switch over, and you also want to set tower on standby.
Yeah, so that is 1 to 0.7.
Okay.
Yeah. Get the chart in as well. Here we go. Let's see, we were at radius and avionics, they're set. Flaps are up. Takeoff and emergency briefing, so we're gonna do a takeoff on runway 9er with right close traffic. We have winds coming from, do we have a windsock here?
Should do.
Yeah, I can't see it, but...
76 Victor, like to go over to SoCal.
There and then taxi at 1.
Yeah, it's on the left hand side of the taxiway.
Yeah, so the tower was reporting wind 070 at...
Let's go second.
10, so we have a bit of a crosswind. It even looks like it's a variable.
The left crosswind there.
Yeah, left crosswind.
125.3.
So yeah, left crosswind. We rotate at 55 knots, climb at 74 knots. In case of emergency, you have control. I will aid you with the checklist. Emergency before rotation, we come to a stop on the runway. After rotation, we come to we land and come to a stop on the runway if we have runway available. After rotation, with no runway available and not sufficient altitude, we land either 30 degrees to left or to right. And emergency after rotation with sufficient altitude, we just come back and run and land at the runway here at Ramona. So that is that. Parking brake.
43 Sierra Papa. Can we get a right crosswind departure?
And that completes the checklist.
And we practice both types of aborted takeoff, right?
Cessna 3 Sierra Papa, right
No,
crosswind
I don't
departure
think we did
Thank you for your help.
emergency after rotation with runway.
We never did that.
I don't think so. I think you did it with Eric, but...
Okay.
You haven't done it with me.
Yeah,
I haven't done it with you. Okay, we can do that next flight, Anders.
Maybe we have, but yeah.
Cessna 1 to Mike Juliet, Ramona Tower.
Go controls.
Proceed straight in, runway 9er, report a 3-mile final.
We'll report the 3-mile final to Mike Juliet. Thank you.
Ramona Tower, Cessna 431 Foxtrot Romeo, holding short, runway 9er, request a practice aborted takeoff, landing on the runway.
Cessna 431 Flash Romeo, Ramona Tower, hold short, runway 9er.
Hold short, runway 9er, 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Cessna 1702 Echo, stay your position now.
We're about 2.5 miles north of the field, 0 token.
Cessna That's 431 Foxtrot Romeo, Ramona Tower. Right, downwind departure is approved.
Practice board approved.
So it's 431 Foxtrot Romeo. Your request is approved for your aborted practice land or takeoff, runway 9. Clear for takeoff.
Runway 9 clear for takeoff and approved as requested. Thank you, 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Okay, clear final, clear runway, lights done. Pitch, set to out, left crosswind correction. So we're going to rotate at 55. The engine fails very shortly afterwards, and we'll land on the remaining runway.
Yep.
You have a great day, 430 Papa.
So it's 1702 Echo, frequency change approved.
Engine instruments in the green, airspeed's now alive.
Oh.
55, rotate. Okay, and the engine fails. Round out into touchdown. Yep. Flaps are up. Now we can start braking for the next exit.
Doesn't sound very good, huh?
Yeah, it's the wheel. Just doesn't like going very fast.
That's 1 Foxtrot Romeo, turn left at the end, contact on the ground 121.65.
Left at the end and onto ground 121.65. 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Not yet, not yet.
Just...
Okay, you said
yep.
That's all it is. But it's a flapless landing, so you've got to be careful not to add too much back pressure and then tail strike, right?
Yep.
Cool, switch to ground, lights off. After landing checklist. Fuel controls.
My controls.
Fuel controls.
After landing, let's see, we have flaps are up, exterior lights, beacon is on, pitot heat is off, and mixture is clean. Checklist complete.
Cool, we'll just call them up. We are at Alpha 1, request taxi 9.
Niner, yeah. Ramona ground, Cessna 431, Foxtrot Romeo at Alpha 1, request taxi 9er, runway 9er.
Cessna 431 Foxtrot Romeo, Ramona on ground, runway 9er, taxi via Alpha 5.
Alpha and Alpha 5 to runway 9er, Cessna 431 Foxtrot Romeo.
Cessna 1 Foxtrot Romeo, what will your be intentions?
We'll do right traffic 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Taxi light goes on, clear right, clear center, clear left.
That was the first time you saw that, right?
I think I backseated Eric, or maybe I did it. I can't really remember actually, but
I can have a look.
yeah, it's always good to practice that.
I remember doing it with Eric here, but I can't remember what we did on that flight.
Not me really either. I think we did before rotation, but I'm not really sure.
So is Jim gonna do it now, or are we gonna go out?
No, I try not to practice it. Well, let the students practice it because it is a little bit risky with the tail strike and all.
Okay.
So I like to demonstrate it. As long as you've seen it, then if you actually have an emergency, you'll be able to land it relatively safely. If you tail strike in an emergency, that's not a problem. But I don't want to have that happen.
So it's actually not something we're gonna practice.
No.
Just me, or is there
There's
something?
coyotes on the taxiway.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Eat back on the menu, boys.
There anyone to the left as well, or?
Yeah, looks like one. Just keep going. We'll stop if we have to.
Yeah.
But they're probably gonna move. They're pretty skittish normally.
Never seen a coyote before.
Yeah.
Just slow down a little bit.
Ground, we might have to hold here, just wait for the coyotes to move on Foxtrot Romeo.
Back controls.
Your controls.
Back controls.
Says to 1 Foxtrot Romeo, roger.
There you go.
That's not
Don't
really good.
run in front of the engine.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they don't give F here. And they're also running towards the runway, which is not good.
Ground, they're also running towards the runway right now.
Or no,
Says to 1 Foxtrot Romeo, we see him. Thank you very much, sir.
Back controls.
my controls.
Back controls.
Was weird.
Quite a lot of them.
Isn't there a fence surrounding the whole airport?
There will be, but then they're native to this area. There's probably find ways around it. That fence is pretty small as well in places.
Okay.
Looks like it's just wiring to the right.
Oh.
Yeah, there's big holes through it.
Is your GoPro on?
It is. Yeah.
Maybe you got some shots of the coyotes.
Hopefully, the light is sometimes outside the cockpit. You can't really see out, but hopefully it...
Yeah, with the sun you may not be.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and we're gonna come to a stop here. And 1000 RPM. Taxi light goes off. And again, we're doing the before takeoff.
You don't have to do that because we've already done it, right?
Oh, okay.
So we're just going to get right close traffic. So switch the tower.
Yep. Right close traffic.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna adjust mine as well. Ramona Tower, Cessna 431, Foxtrot Romeo, Holy Short Runway 9er, request right close traffic.
Cessna 431, Foxtrot Romeo, Ramona Tower. Make right traffic, runway 9er, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 9er, and making right traffic, Cessna 431, Foxtrot Romeo. The light goes on. Cameras, so we have 1200, squawking altitude, and action. And let's see, we have on the compass, we have an easterly heading, almost, and here's easterly and full power. Engine instruments are in the green.
So try to use less rudder, you're dancing on the pedals.
Oh, okay.
Great, okay.
And airspeed is alive. 55 knots, rotate. And 700 feet, flaps up, make sure reach, full power, engine instruments are in the green. And when do we turn crosswind?
1900 feet.
1900. So clear left, clear center, clear right. And turning right. There's the runway.
Small adjustments, don't dive the nose because then you'll speed up again.
And clear left, clear center, clear right. And we're making the downwind. And we have 150 to go. I noticed that I didn't turn on my headset as well, so the loud.
Very loud.
Yeah, very loud.
Hey, my controls.
Your controls.
My controls, you can turn it on.
Thanks. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Your controls.
My controls.
Your controls.
And we have
57 Echo Delta,
2000 RPM.
About 2100 is good.
Oh, 2100. Flaps up, make sure H, fuel select valve in the both. 2000 RPM. All lights are on, engine instruments are in the green. And do we report the beam power as well?
Yep.
Yep. One Foxtrot Romeo, beam power.
We're drifting slightly towards the runway.
Yep. Okay.
That's 1 Foxtrot Romeo, full stop at touch and go.
Touch and go.
Touch and go, clear touch and go. Cessna 42.
That is requesting a touch and go, 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Asking you a question.
1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Oh.
Runway 9er, clear touch and go, then make right traffic.
Runway 9, clear touch and go, then right traffic, 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
So, he didn't clear you, he said full stop or touch and go.
Oh.
He's asking you a question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Water glider,
left, clear center,
Ramona,
clear
runway
right.
9er, taxi.
Be careful not to repeat clearances you don't get, okay?
Yeah, I thought they said clear touch and go, but yeah, absolutely. And speed shapes,
November, approved as
let's
requested.
see. Flaps 20.
So what are we going to do if there are coyotes on the runway when we
Go
approach
around.
land? Okay, cool.
And clear left, clear center, clear right. And we're turning into the final, not really yet. But here, it's good. And we're high, so power and speed shake, flaps 30. Now we're pretty good on the glide slope, 1500 RPM. I'm pitching for 65, and we are high again. And can't see any coyotes right now at least. And flaps 30, make sure reach. Power is required, engine instruments are in the green. And we're slightly getting low.
Which way is the nose pointing?
To the left.
Okay. So fix it, right? Fix it.
There we go.
No, it's still pointing to the left. You must point it down the runway.
Oh.
Right rudder, left aileron, more.
Yep.
You're very slow.
Yep.
You're very slow.
Oh, power idle. And
Go around.
yeah, go around.
Can't only pitch down. You must add power because you were low, right?
Yep.
You need that crosswind correction, Jim.
And flaps 20.
I don't normally ask questions just for the sake of asking questions. I'm trying to prompt you to do something about the nose pointing left, right?
Yeah, that's right. Speed shape, flaps down.
Inbound for 9er, and we got kilo.
Yeah, it's fine. It was just me who didn't
Ramona
get it, I guess.
left traffic
Speed
for
shape,
runway
flaps
9er.
0.
Report a beam the tower.
Very good pattern apart from that, okay? See if we can get that approach right next time.
Absolutely.
Report a beam the tower, 3410 pop. Thank you.
And the flaps up, make sure reach, full power, and engine instruments are in the green. Clear left, clear center, clear right. Turning crosswind. Go. And 300 to go. Clear left, clear center, clear right, turning right.
Ramona Tower, Bonanza 57 Echo Delta is holding short, room ring 9er, ready north turnout.
Bonanza 51 Echo Delta, Ramona Tower. North departure approved, runway 9er, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 9er.
And we are here, so leveling off. And 2,100 RPM. There we go. I want to pitch down so we don't climb above it. And we have flaps up, make sure each feels like
One Foxtrot Romeo, runway 9er, cleared and touch and go.
Okay, touch and go, runway 9er, Cessna 421 Foxtrot Romeo.
Want this to pitch up a bit. Here we go. And we're clear touch and go.
You are allowed to shorten your call sign if he shortened it first. So if you want to keep it nice and simple, you just say 1 Foxtrot Romeo, okay?
Yeah, okay. Speed checked, flaps 10.
So reduce the power first.
Oh yeah.
Then you were drifting towards the runway again.
And pitching for 85.
Bonanza 57 Echo Delta. Traffic 3 miles northeast of the airport, entering left downwind as a Cessna. Altitude indicates 2,900 and descending.
And speed checked, flaps 20.
I can make an early turn if that works.
Bonanza 7 Echo Delta, just continue another mile east and then turn. That'll work.
7 Echo Delta, welcome.
Seems like we're good on height as well. And clear left, clear center, and clear runway to right. And now it seems like we're high.
Make sure you square off your base because we're drifting away from the runway on the base leg.
And speed checked, flaps 30.
That was partly because of the wind and partly because you're pointing a little bit to the left.
Oh, okay.
You have to crab slightly towards the runway on base to keep it straight.
Yep. We're high, so cutting the power. Pitching for 65.
Cessna 341, Sierra Papa, number 2. Follow that Cessna short final. Runway 9er, cleared touch and go, then make right traffic.
Okay, we're number 2 behind the Cessna, clear for touch and go, runway 9er, and right traffic after that, 10 pop.
Now we're starting low again, but more power.
Wind check.
Wind 050 at 13.
Doesn't feel like that.
So straight in the nose, add more power, and right rudder, because you're still pointing left.
Yep.
Right rudder, left aileron. Right rudder, left aileron.
And idle.
A little bit lower, lower, lower. You've got a lot of distance to fall, right?
Yeah, I did. Full power. Engine instruments are green, airspeed alive. 55 knots, rotate.
Got to work on that crosswind correction. See how the nose is pointing left? You've got to have that right leg pointing down the runway. At the moment it's not.
Yep.
So you've got to work on that picture on final as well.
Hold short, runway 27.
Hold short.
Motor got her 8 November, hold short, runway 9er. Motor got her 8 November, hold short, runway 9er.
8 November, holding short, runway 9.
Flaps up, make sure reach. Full power, engine instruments in the green.
Drifting.
Oh. Clear left, clear center, clear right. And we're turning crosswind. And we have 400 to go. And clear left, clear center, clear right, turning downwind.
Motor glider 88 November, east departure approved,
100
runway
to go,
9er.
50 to the radar.
88 November, clear takeoff, runway 9.
Ramona Tower, reach med
off.
16.
Reach med 16,
2,100 RPM.
Yes sir, I'm just behind the hill to the southwest, entering your airspace, landing for patient pickup.
Reach med 16, ident, and where will you be
Flaps up,
landing to pick up a
fuel
patient?
selective valve in the both. Power 2,000, let's see, that's a bit more, 2,000 RPM.
I can land
Not to
on
pitch up,
the
engine is transferring again.
east side, the
All
little
lights are
rendezvous
on.
point that they use for EMS helicopters.
Reach med 16, enter left traffic correction. I guess you're going to enter sort of a straight in for runway, modified right base for runway 9er. And,
what should I say, a beam when we're so far out? Or?
Yeah, you're going to say beam numbers, right? Reduce the power,
On the downwind,
or
and you're
about
gonna
to turn
follow
base.
them.
Yep.
Just report your position.
Okay,
Yep.
looking for the
Want
to
Cessna,
fly
and
first.
I'll be number 2, looking for 'em.
Speed check, type stand.
Cessna 1, the Foxtrot Romeo, your beam, the numbers, runway 9.
Yeah, that's right, Cessna 141 Foxtrot Romeo.
Cessna 1, Foxtrot Romeo, runway 9er, cleared touch and go.
Runway 9er, clear touch and go, Cessna 421 Foxtrot Romeo.
Reach
Slow
med
it down.
16, the traffic
You're
you're following
speeding
is
up again.
directly ahead of
Just
you.
say one Foxtrot Romeo. It's much simpler than
Yeah.
431 Foxtrot Romeo.
Yeah,
Okay, so there's a handful, okay?
Yeah.
Just say one Foxtrot Romeo, nice and slow. And don't say, yeah, that's right. Say a firm, one Foxtrot Romeo, okay?
Follow him, and then you'll fly up the runway to the
pitching was
east end and
75.
cruise there.
No problem for reach med 16, number 2.
Runway 9er in use. Wind 06015. Altimeter 3015.
Clear left, clear center, clear right.
Crosswind is currently outside student pilot limitations, so you would never fly solo in a crosswind that this is this strong.
Oh, okay.
But it's good practice.
Papa, there is a helicopter heading to your left. You're gonna follow him, and so just to continue downwind, and I'll call your base.
Okay, traffic not in sight. We'll be looking for him and wait for you to call the base.
Cessna
Now we're low.
1 Sierra Papa, he's off your right now.
All right, in sight.
Reach med 16. You're number 2, following that Cessna on a quarter-mile final. Runway 9er, cleared for the option to the east end.
What does for the option mean?
If the option means you are allowed to do whatever you want, you can land, you can do a stop and go, a touch and go, a short approach, a low approach go around.
Charlie Alpha Monetary and left traffic.
Whatever
for
you'd
runway
like.
9er, report to be in the tower.
Left traffic, runway 9er, report to be in the tower, 465 Charlie Alpha.
Reach bed 16 tower.
Reach med 16, number 2.
Reach bed 16, stay south of the runway. You can proceed over the grassy area, and landing at that ramp will be at your own risk. You'll land on the non-movement area.
So, right
and,
rudder, nose down, more power, more power.
More power. Yeah.
Right
Okay,
rudder.
yeah, got it in sight.
There
top
you
of
go,
the
that's
runway,
straight.
and,
So power idle,
I'll stay
Idle.
out of everyone's way.
round out,
Papa, turn base.
Base,
hold
one
it
Sierra Papa,
level.
thanks.
That's straight, hold it level, that's straight.
Runway 9er, clear
Now
touch
both
and
wheels touch
All
down.
right, clear to
Nice
go,
work,
runway 9er,
okay?
one Sierra
Flaps
Papa,
up.
thanks.
Well, you got to keep the correction. Don't let go of it, because you see what happens?
Yeah, I
Yeah?
saw it. Yep. The nose wants to.
Nose wants to point into the wind,
Yeah.
you start skidding.
Yep, that's right. Airspeed alive, engine
That's the
instruments are in the
431
green.
Foxtrot Romeo.
755,
That helicopter is
rotates.
going to be landing on the ramp at the southeast corner.
Roger that, we don't actually have them in sight. Oh, now we do. 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Right there.
Yep, see him.
That field to the right on the other side of the crow would be a good place for emergency landing, huh?
So it's a big wide open area. It's pretty good for if you did have a real emergency. If you had an engine failure after takeoff, then you have a bit of a chance of making it a nice field.
Flaps up, make sure it's and full power, engine instruments are in the green.
That was a good landing because you made the proper correction. Do the
Yep.
same thing again.
Yep. Clear left, clear center, clear right. Turning right.
Make sure you're adding back pressure in the turn.
Yep.
Otherwise you start speeding up. Hey, engine fails, where do you go?
Yeah. So then I would go back to
Pitch.
Oh, pitch.
Fly.
Yeah.
Field. Where are we going?
Would go back to the runway.
30 degrees. You're
Oh, yeah.
below 1,000 feet.
Yeah,
Wrong
done.
decision, Jim.
Okay.
Okay, turn downwind.
Clear left, clear center, clear right.
We're not at a safe altitude.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't matter if you're upwind or crosswind. You have to be about 1,000 feet before you can turn back for the runway. Otherwise, you don't make it.
Okay. Right.
Fly, field, flaps.
Yep. We are at our desired level.
Now, if you have an engine failure here,
Yep.
then you can make the runway, right?
That's right.
You could either do a left-hand 360 and land runway 27, or you could make a very short approach for runway 9.
Yep.
You have to be at the right altitude for it.
Yeah, that's right. Flaps up, make sure it's fuel select valve in both, power 2,100 RPM.
Cessna 1, Foxtrot,
All right,
Romeo. Number 2, follow the Cessna. Quarter mile final, runway 9er. Cleared touch and go, number 2.
Clear touch and go, runway 9er, 1 Foxtrot Romeo and following Cessna.
Good. Traffic in sight.
Yep.
On a short final.
Having a
Watch
sight.
your heading, watch your altitude.
Yep.
Watch your heading, watch your altitude.
We are drifting, speed checked, flaps 10.
Watch your altitude.
Yep, and 1,500.
So
Oh
you're
yeah, we're low.
low.
Yeah.
So lower the nose.
Yeah.
Keep the power slightly high so you don't get too low.
Cessna 5 Charlie Alpha, you touch and go or full stop.
Let's make this a full stop, 465 Charlie Alpha.
Cessna 5 Charlie Alpha, number 2, follow that Cessna
Oh,
off your
that's-
left side
oh, that
in
was
the
close to
right
burner.
downwind. Runway
Was
9er.
right at us.
Clear to land.
Clear left, clear center, clear
Alright,
right.
we'll look out for that Cessna and follow behind him.
Speed checks,
Runway 9er,
flap
clear to
20.
land. 465 Charlie Alpha.
.30 degrees angle of bank.
Yep.
Not quite aligned with base. Get that wing in line with the runway, because otherwise you keep drifting away.
Yep.
That's it.
Cessna 5 Charlie Alpha, that aircraft should be off your left side right now.
Clear left, clear center, clear right.
Oh, we have that traffic in sight, 5 Charlie Alpha.
The other wind is sliding us left.
Yep.
So to keep a square base, you need to point slightly right to hold it crabbing into the wind.
Straight out departure, please.
Cessna 1 Sierra Papa,
final, we're
straight
high.
out departure approved.
Speed checks,
Approved,
flaps
1
30.
thank you.
And we're cutting the power. 65 knots. And we're slowly getting back there. Or 1,500.
Attention all aircraft, information Lima is current, wind 060 at 13, altimeter 3015.
Crosswind. Crosswind.
Yep.
Still pointing left. You're barely using the rudder.
Ramona Tower, Cessna 341 Sierra Papa.
Hold the rudder in. Hold the rudder in.
Cessna 1 Sierra Papa for exchange approved. Have a great day.
Exchange approved, and
Power
you do the
idle.
same. 1 Sierra Papa.
And
Nice.
flaps up. Oh, we're going bit too early. And we have full power. Engineering instruments in green. Airspeed alive. 55. Rotates.
Don't forget that crosswind, otherwise good.
Yep, thanks. I think I'm struggling a bit with the crosswind. They are
You can do it, you're just forgetting about it. You're not adding enough pressure on short final.
No. Flaps up, mid-reach, fuel select valve and bow, engine instruments in degree.
121.65.
Full power.
Contacting 121.65, 5 Charlie Alpha.
1 Foxtrot Romeo on the upwind, requesting short approaches.
Cessna 1 Foxtrot Romeo, short approaches should work.
Thanks.
Ramona Tower Cherokee 6254 Juliet, just west of Axsock, inbound RNAV, runway 9er.
200 to go.
Cherokee
Clear left,
6254
center.
Juliet, Ramona Tower,
Clear
report
right,
IOTA.
turning right.
Report IOTA, 5 for Juliet.
And we are above actually, so 2100 RPM. Pitching down. $2,100,
For
let's
your
see.
high, so yeah, fixed power.
1,900 maybe.
Cessna 1 Foxtrot Romeo, short approach approved, runway 9er, cleared touch and go.
Runway 9er, okay, touch and go, 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
And the short approach is approved.
Tower, Bonanza, 57 Echo Delta.
Engine fails.
Yeah, so 68 knots.
Go for about 75 today.
75, yeah. And our best field is runway 9er to the right.
9er, report to be in the tower.
Left traffic 9er, call you beam.
And we have 75. See about that. Seems we're good on the height as right now as well. It's good. Clear left, clear center, clear right. And I would turn base around here. That's good. Clear left, clear center, clear right. I would go for the numbers now. I'll go around.
Yeah, you're cutting it fine there, Jim. You want to turn base a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And you were drifting away a bit again on base.
1 Foxtrot Romeo, go around.
So make sure that you don't let the wind push you. You've got a very windy day. That wind is going to stop you from landing on your point.
Yep.
You've got all this runway to use. I don't care if you land halfway down the runway. Don't try and aim for the numbers because you might undershoot them.
Yep. Flaps up, mixture rich, fuel selective, oh, we don't do that. Full power, engine instruments in the green. Clear left, clear center, clear right. There's an airplane there to our left.
He's turning down one.
Yep.
Go right now, there's
7 Echo
Clear
Delta,
left, clear center,
runway
clear right.
9er, clear to land. You can land long and roll to the end.
Clear to land, 9er, long to the end. 7 Echo Delta, thank you.
Bonanza 7 Echo Delta, short approach approved.
Short approach, 7 Echo Delta. Right.
And we're at level, leveling off. 2,100 RPM. Flaps up, mixture rich, fuel selective valve in both, power 2,100 RPM. All
Look how
lights
much
are-
we're crabbing towards the runway.
What?
Look how much we're pointing towards the runway here, Jay. We're drifting towards it.
Yeah, towards it.
Number 2, follow that Bonanza on a close-in left base, runway 2, runway 9er, cleared touch and go.
I've got it.
Runway 9 clear, touch and go, traffic in sight, 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
You're always drifting towards the runway, Jay. We've got to look at
Good
it.
afternoon, it's Cheetah.
Yeah.
365 Papa
Want to
Sierra.
go out, mate?
Just due west of Lake Poway, 3,200, like the Carver round tight on the north face of Mount
here.
Woodson. Exit to the south.
Cheetah 365 Papa Sierra Mona Tower, approved as requested, Ramona altimeter 3015.
115, I'll call you exiting. Fly
Clear
Papa Sierra.
center, clear right. And I would turn final here.
Bonanza second, Echo Delta, no delay, I've got that Cessna coming in at about a half a mile.
7 Echo Delta, right.
Better move.
Speed check, flaps 10.
You think we're going to make the runway?
Yeah, speed
Okay.
check, flaps 30.
Right, now you've got the full flap in, now you can make the decision to try and land on the numbers rather than halfway down the field. You can try and make it work if you need to.
Oh, do you mean like...
Yes, you can slip it down as long as you're confident you can make it, right?
Yeah.
And you're not going to land short. So it's full slip,
Yeah.
65 knots.
65.
Yeah, 65.
Yeah.
Normal final approach speed.
Yeah.
Don't let it get slow. Okay, stabilize.
Yeah.
Stabilize. Crosswind correction.
Yep.
You don't want to be in the slip too long, otherwise you won't get a stable landing, okay?
Yeah. And full power.
Turkey 5-4 Juliet.
Engine instruments are green,
Runway
airspeed
9,
alive.
clear for the
55 knots,
option.
rotate.
And after the option, you're going to proceed southbound VFR for more services.
Clear for the option. After the option, proceed southbound VFR. Papa Juliet.
Clear left, clear center, clear right. And we're turning here. 300 to go. Clear left, clear center, clear right.
Tower Cessna 7257 Tango, inbound for RNM.
Now we're leveling off. 2,100 RPM.
7257 Tango, Ramona Tower. Report AOTA.
Report AOTA, Cessna 7257 Tango.
And flaps up, make sure reach, fuel select the valve in the both. All lights are on, engine instruments in the green.
Engine fails.
Yep. So pitching for 75. Best field is runway 9er.
1 Foxtrot Romeo, beam tower.
Cessna 1 Foxtrot Romeo. Runway 9er. Cleared, touch and go.
Runway 9er cleared, touch and go. We'll make a short approach if that's okay. 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Cessna 1 Foxtrot Romeo, short approach approved.
Approved, thanks. 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Ramona Tower, Cherokee 654 Juliet, going missed, proceeding to the south.
Clear left, clear center,
remain
clear
clear
right.
of the class Bravo airspace and contact SoCal approach
really yet,
125.3.
They remain clear of the Bravo. Yeah, can you see the frequency again for 54 Juliet?
Cherokee 54 Juliet, approach control 125.3.
25-3, Papa Juliet, good day.
And Cheetah 5 Papa Sierra is clear to the south. Have a good night.
And clear left, clear center, clear right.
Ramona Tower, motor glider 88 November 6 northeast, landing.
Motor glider 88 November Motor Tower, enter left traffic for runway 9er, reported being the tower.
88 November, report left, be in the power, left traffic, runway 9. And we are just a pure glide today, 1202.
Speed check, flaps 10.
Ramona Tower, Cessna 465.
Speed check, flaps 30.
09er.
Pretty soon,
Alpha
like
5,
now.
left downwind departure.
Pitching for
465 Charlie
65.
Alpha, Ramona Tower,
And a
holding
side slip.
short, runway 9er.
Holding short, runway 9er, 5 Charlie Alpha.
Let's see how that works. More.
Don't slip here. You're very close to the ground. You're
yep.
going to make the numbers. It's fine.
Yep.
Hand on throttle. Hand on throttle.
Yep.
Go.
Flaps up. Full power. Engine instruments in the green. Airspeed alive. 55 knots. Rotates.
You're making the runway.
Yeah.
You can use less runway. That's great, right? But
yeah.
you don't need to slip when you're 50 feet above the ground because you're making the numbers anyway, right?
Yep.
Get yourself stable in those last moments. Good job.
Yep. Thanks.
We're going to do a flapless approach next. If that goes well, we'll head back to Gillespie.
Yep.
Or maybe 1 or 2 more landings.
Cessna 465 Charlie Alpha, fly eastbound, runway 9er, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 9er, flying eastbound, 5 Charlie Alpha.
We have a class with you at 5:45, right?
Yeah, we'll probably push that slightly.
All right.
About 6 o'clock. I've got
Engineers went in here.
Dak's paperwork to do before his check ride.
Gotcha.
Clear left, clear center, clear right. Turning crosswind.
Tower Cessna 7257 Tango, we are over AOTA.
And here we go. Clear left, clear center,
Cessna
clear
57
right.
Tango, touch and go, full stop.
Full stop, Cessna 7257 Tango.
150 to go.
Cessna 5 Charlie Alpha, can you turn left now?
Turning left now, 5 Charlie Alpha.
Motor glider 8 November, traffic at the upwind numbers of runway 9er. At the departure end, turning left for a northwest departure is a Cessna.
2,100
88
RPM.
November, looking.
Cessna 57 Tango, runway 9er, cleared to land.
Flaps up, make sure reach, fuel select valve in the both. power 2,100 RPM. All lights are on.
Look at the nose, look at the runway. See how we're drifting in?
Yeah, we're drifting, yeah. So we want to point away.
You've got a lot of right rudder in as well. You need that left rudder to keep it...
Oh, coordinated, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hopefully that makes it good.
Okay, we're going to do a flapless landing this time.
Yeah. And we were abeam there, right?
Motor
So
tower, motor glider 88, November,
abeam the numbers.
Still contact on the track.
Motor glider 8.
Aim the numbers, power, come on.
Yeah,
Tower now.
1,500.
300.
Westbound.
1,300? Yep. And speed shake flaps 10.
1 Foxtrot Romeo, late downwind.
Got to report something, right?
Yeah. And there's one on final.
Cessna 1 Foxtrot Romeo. Number 2, follow that Cessna short final, runway 9er, cleared, touch and go. The Cessna you're following is a full stop.
Clear, touch and go, runway 9er, Cessna 1 Foxtrot Romeo, number 2. What, did you say flapless?
Yes, flapless
Oh,
landing.
yeah, then we, yeah. And we're pitching for 75 here, right?
Yep.
Ramona tower, motor glider 88, November, reports a beam in the tower.
Motor glider 8, November. I would like you to be number 3, following that Cessna on right base, 1.25 miles east, west of the airport. Can you do that?
88, November, we'll give it a try. We see
Looks like
number
we're a bit
1
low,
just on
right?
short final, and number 2 get ready to turn final.
Motor glider 8, November. Number 2 is
Not
at
too
a
much
mile
power
turning
because
final.
we're doing flapless.
You're only on 1300, so it's not going to get any better from
Okay,
here unless you get some more power.
Oh, okay.
1300, hold your glide slope.
Oh, okay. Going for like 1600.
Motor glider 8, November. If you want, I can send them around and I can make you number 1.
88, November, negative. We can make behind the aircraft that just turned on final right now.
Motor glider 8, November. Off your left side, low now.
88, November, we have the traffic. We'll turn right behind them. We'll be a lot slower.
Motor glider 8, November. Number 2, runway 9er, clear to land.
88, November, clear to land, number 2.
Cessna 1 Foxtrot, runway. Contact Ramona ground control, 121.65.
21.65, Cessna 7257 Tango.
And we can make it so power goes idle. And we want to round out, but not too much because of tail strike.
You round out, but you don't flare.
Yep.
Like that, exactly.
Yeah.
That left aileron in.
Yeah. And full power. 55 knots rotate.
Good job.
Thank you.
Alright, when you run up, we now want you to request a right downwind departure.
Okay. So could I do it now?
So do an upwind.
Oh, okay.
When you pass the end of the number.
Yeah, and the right downwind departure.
Yep.
Yep. One Foxtrot Romeo, request the right downwind departure.
Cessna 1 Foxtrot Romeo, right downwind departure approved.
Right downwind approved, Cessna 1 Foxtrot Romeo. And flaps up, mixture H, full power, 74 knots, engine instruments on the green. Clear left, clear center, clear right. I don't really know how to fly the right downwind though.
What do you mean we don't know how to fly the right downwind?
Or like which bearing or heading do we go out on?
So I'll tell you where to turn, but we're going to fly over the reservoir like we did with Eric, okay?
Okay.
So you're going to turn onto the downwind, midfield on downwind.
Okay.
Where you're going to turn left towards San Vicente Reservoir.
Okay.
And we're going to level off at 3,000 feet today to avoid the Bravo airspace.
Okay. 3,000 feet. Clear left, clear center, clear right, turning right.
Bonanza 136 Kilo Charlie, ready to go in sequence.
Bonanza 136 Kilo Charlie, Monotaro. Hold short, runway 9er.
Roger, holding short 9er, Bonanza 6 Kilo Charlie.
500 to go.
500 to go, yeah.
The reservoir's just coming into view underneath the wing, so when you get midfield, that's when we make our left turn.
Okay. $300 to go.
Helicopter 2890 Hotel. 6 miles southwest.
Right about now, clear your turn, begin your turn.
Yeah. Clear left, clear right, clear center,
with
clear left.
information Lima.
Left turn.
8 November, taxi to Chuck,
120 to go.
8 November, Chuck call.
And we're leveling off.
Ramona Tower, helicopter 2890 Hotel.
And 2000 RPM.
Northwest.
Or is it 2300?
2,300 to
Yeah,
with
2300.
Lima.
This heading's good. Roll
Yeah.
up. Head towards San Miguel Mountain. You see the prominent mountain on the horizon? Pretty much on the nose, that's where you're headed,
yeah,
okay?
okay.
Fly towards that.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Helicopter 2890 Tower, Ramona Tower.
And
Proceed
let's see.
inbound for
We want to, do we switch yet or?
Can't switch because we're still in Ramona's airspace, but what can we do?
We can do the cruise checklist, right?
No, don't worry about that because we're not going to stay in the cruise for very long. What do we do before we switch to tower freeze?
Listen to the ATIS.
Yes, we can do that while we're waiting. Don't do that, we cannot switch. You cannot switch the mic, you have to listen.
Oh, yeah.
Notice the airman unable to left close traffic. Hazardous weather information for Southern California available on high watts of flight service frequencies. Provide the initial contact give information X-ray. Plus their information X-ray 0047 wind 270 at 9er. Visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 14, dew point 1, altimeter 3016. Localizer Delta initial approach in use, landing and departing runway 27 right, 27 left. Aircraft north of runway 27 right,
Release the right,
120.7. Aircraft south of runway 27 left, tower grade 3123.8. Notice the airman unable to left close traffic. Hazardous weather information for Southern California available on high watts of flight service frequencies. Provides initial contact give information X-ray. Gillespie tower information X-ray 0047 Zulu, wind 270 at 9er. Visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 14, dew point 1, altimeter 3016. Localizer Delta initial approach in use, landing and departing runway 27 right, 27 left. Aircraft north of runway 27 right, tower frequency 120.7. Aircraft south of runway 27 left, tower frequency 123.8. Notice the airman unable to left close traffic.
Here we go. And traffic 12, I think it's a helicopter, maybe, I don't know.
Traffic inside. What do we do next?
Then we switch.
Yeah, because we're over the water, we're out of the airspace. So switch frequencies, request a full stop.
Yeah.
Here goes Patera, number 27 right, clip, take off, right, close traffic, early right crossing.
Early right crossing, thank you.
And where are we exactly?
Look at the chart. You got to tell me, right?
Yeah. See what we got.
We're headed south from Ramona. Where are we? What water feature is this?
Yeah, let's see that. So...
Keep it straight on our mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to drift into the Bravo.
Yeah.
We're headed south from Ramona. Where are we? What lake is this?
San Vicente, right?
San Vicente, okay? Report San Vicente now.
Okay.
Get comms.
San Vicente, request full stop.
And you need to go a little bit more to the left because you're drifting right.
Okay. So, Gillespie Tower, Cessna 431, Foxtrot Romeo, San Vicente, request full stop landing.
Yep.
Okay, 291, contact ground, have a good day. Go ground, 291, good day.
Gillespie Tower, Cessna 431, Foxtrot Romeo, over San Vicente, request full stop landing.
This is 421 Foxtrot Romeo, this is Tower, and right base, runway 27, Rapport Lakes, Golf Course.
Right base, Cessna 431, Foxtrot Romeo.
Starbase 660, follow in behind
Report Lakeside Golf Course, okay? The golf course that we've flown over before, okay?
Yep.
So now you want to start your descent, right? Because otherwise you're going to end up high.
Yeah.
And you've got to tell them you have the ATIS information. It's one of the reasons why we get it, right?
Yeah. So 2000 RPM. And they said right, traffic right, so.
Right base. Enter right base, 27 right.
Okay.
So Rattlesnake Mountain's over there. You're going to head for the left-hand side of it and enter a right base.
Yep. Got it. And let's see, we have 1000 RPM descent. We want to do the descent checklist, right?
I do that before landing because you're very close to the airport and you're below 3,000 feet.
Yep. We're almost in the yellow.
Foxtrot Romeo, Romeo 27 right, clear land.
27 right, clear to land, 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Listen, I'm confident for you, okay? This is Lakeside Golf Course. You're expecting a call very soon, unless you report it, okay?
Yep.
Number 2, clear for the option.
Okay, so you said,
traffic coming over Lakeside.
See where we have it. Before landing, here we go. Cabin, ready.
Ready my side?
Yeah.
Is that ready?
Yep. Fuel select valve in the both.
14 November, frequency change.
And mixture is rich.
Okay, plan your descent. What's the passing altitude? 27 right.
1,500, 1,600.
So we want to enter base at 1,600. We're 200 feet away.
Yeah.
Make sure you're on base.
Yeah, okay.
Not too far out.
Yeah. So would we go flaps 10 here as well?
So first of all, slow down, pitch up. Decrease your rate of descent because you're going to get low otherwise. Then you can speed check and add flaps 10, yes. But keep it straight.
56 Charlie off runway 27 left on Delta, request taxi to America.
Yes, flaps 10. Speed check, flaps 10.
Flaps 10. Pitch down.
Right about now, you're on base at the right altitude.
Yeah, so then 1,500.
Good.
Okay. And then we do 85 knots until speed check times 20.
And then turn slightly to the right to enter a proper base leg.
Yeah.
A little bit more to the right.
Yeah.
And trim 75.
Yeah, let's see where we have it. We want a bit lower speed. Out there, let's see. There we go. And clear left, clear center, clear right.
Starbase 6 Sierra, the Cessna follows, about to turn final.
We're pretty high, right? So cutting power, turning final. And speed checks, flaps 30. And since we're high, we're cutting the power. And we want to trim for 65. And we have flaps down, mixture rich, power idle because we're high, engine instruments are in the green. We got one red at least.
Right, start adding power. Capture it, because very soon you're going to be 2 reds, and you don't want to add loads of power at once, because it's going to unstabilize your approach. Slowly add it to capture.
Okay. And we're high. To pitch for 65 as well, cutting the power since we're high. Bounding out.
Good.
Yeah, and we're coming down to a stop.
We can take Alpha.
Alpha, yep.
So flaps up. Release the brakes, we'll roll down to Alpha.
Yep. Here is Alpha right.
Gillespie Tower, Dutchess 66 Tango Papa, will be entering 45, downwind for runway 27 right.
So it's Foxtrot Romeo, crash runway 27 left, cut again.
Cross 27 left, contact ground 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
When you exit the runway, you're expecting a call, because you're either going to be told hold short or cross 27 left and then contact ground, okay?
Okay.
So be ready to respond for that.
Okay,
We're clear to cross, yeah.
Roger, runway 27 right, clear touch and go.
And clear runway final to right, clear runway final to left. I want to stop here after the whole short line. Here is good.
I want you to keep your nav light on because the sun is setting.
Yep. So all lights off except the nav and the beacon. Right. Yep.
Power.
Power 1.
And he told you to switch to ground.
Yep. And the ground 1 to 1.7. So after landing, flaps they are up. Exterior lights. Well, you set them as required. Pitot heat is off. Mixture goes to lean. And checklist complete. And we are at Alpha Delta. Request taxi SAE. Gillespie ground Cessna 431 Foxtrot Romeo at Alpha Delta. Request taxi SAE.
431 Foxtrot Romeo, Gillespie ground SAE, taxi via Alpha.
Taxi via Alpha SAE. Cessna 431 Foxtrot Romeo. And we are at Alpha Delta, which is right here, and taxi into SAE via Alpha.
Oh.
And taxi light can come on. Clear right, clear center, clear left, and off to SAE. These wheels doesn't sound good.
Yeah, a bit shaky, but nothing new.
Front row right.
Yep.
Yeah. And to the left of the plane.
Just one quick question about. I saw those guys coming in and doing left pan, like we did with the downwind.
Yeah, so
so
they'll do that if it's busy and they need to give it extra separation. Because it's only one runway, they can afford to have people on both sides.
Okay.
And entering the pattern for us, we did the left because we were coming from the north, so it made the most sense.
Okay.
The only reason we don't do that here is because we have parallel runways.
Yeah, makes sense.
But there are times where you would enter left traffic for 27 right, for example at night time, use the left pattern. Or if you're coming from the north, like we did today, and you enter right base, we might want touch and go, so they'd give us right base for 27 left, and then left traffic after that.
I see.
Parking brake, set by feet, squawking VFR. Avionics master switch goes off.